What is up, guys? It's your boy No Risk, No Premium, back with another episode of the Market Overview, guys. Today we had the minutes meeting, and boy, did it not disappoint. I mean, let's be honest. Today's the FOMC minutes is obviously not the meeting; it's just the minutes. It's like the spark notes of the previous month, right? Not really spark notes; it's actually a little bit more in depth of the previous month, but nonetheless, it's about the past. All right, so maybe a bad analogy there, but hear me out. It's not usually a day like when we get Powell that comes in with the Q&A and or he speaks and he has a Q&A and the market just seems like it has a goddamn heart attack. Today it seemed like he never stopped talking even though he didn't talk at all. I mean, it was very up and down, very back and forth, even leading into the data. I think that could show the market is truly unpredictable. For the most part, we can say, hey, this is what usually happens on these meetings, et cetera, et cetera. But fact of the matter is the market can truly do whatever it wants. There's a saying, it could be the market will stay irrational longer than you will stay. So, I mean, it can really do whatever it wants. Right? It could do whatever it wants. And today it did whatever the fuck it wanted, right? But the only thing I wanted it to do was to trade around my levels, right? Was to trade around my levels. That's all I wanted. And it did that, right? It did that. And go figure, we came down where, right? To this point here of 4,400 to 4,408, right? You can see drawing back here, we do have some touches in this area, right, where I like bounces to come. So as far as tomorrow goes, I want to see if we're gonna bounce. But really quick, we do have to see if we have any data coming out. Jobless claims comes out 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's 1 hour before the market open. Then doesn't look like we have really any data coming out after that. So just worry about the pre-market data coming out tomorrow. Nonetheless, though, we can see, right, we can see we're getting down to some more higher probability bounce areas. If you guys remembered, I was talking about this 4440 area. I said 4420 I liked, but I didn't love. I love more because it's a psych level. We can see these bounces, these big bounces and back touch and go 4400 to 4408. I do like this level long. I think we have drawn down a bunch. Is it time for us to likely have a relief bounce, whatever you want to, maybe I'd be looking for the two levels I want to trade around tomorrow. Really simple: 4,400 and 4,450. 4,400, 4,450. Why? Huge breakdown. If we get a retest, I think we get a reject, right? We make the higher low, or lower high, come back down further. It's very possible if we gap up there overnight. I don't know. I have no idea where we're going to open with that data. Okay, but I'll be looking for the bounce at 4,400. I'll be looking at the reject at 4,450. Now, if the bulls get it back over 4,450, there is a squeeze that could happen. Another 20, right, to 30, 40 points higher. That's if all these people get trapped down here. That's a big if. This has been becoming a stronger and stronger downtrend and pullback now, right? So I'm looking for the bounce at 4,400. I'm looking for the reject here at 4,450. Keeping it very simple going into tomorrow. SPY chart. Okay, SPY chart where? Right to our 439 level. Right to the 439 level. Very nice. It's the same thing here. I'm either going to want to see, right? I'm either going to want to see if we're going to come down and hold this level all the way down to 436, right? So either we hold this level or we go down to 436, okay, and take the bounce, right? We can see these levels, right? We can see these levels that we come and back tested and gone. So I want to see 436 is a high probability bounce. If we maybe dip below 439 tomorrow, right, and then reclaim today's low, you could take the long possible relief bounce back to 442, 442.50, 442.50, where I'll be looking at the reject, right, to make a lower high, right? Same thing. So 439 or 436, I like bounces, longs in these areas. And then I like this reject 442.50, right? Let's break down, see if we can reject. Now, if we get back through 442.50, could squeeze this thing right back on up to about 444 to 445. Those would be two big levels to get through again. So bulls definitely have their work cut out for them as far as where they need to get to, right? As far as where they need to get to. So two bounce levels, I'll be watching 439, 436. Okay. Or if we hold those levels, we look at the reject 442.50 QQQ. QQQ. Are we getting down to my really high probability bounce zone? It looks like it, right? Got underneath this 362. So now we're going to watch 360 to 357.50. Okay, this area in here, I'm going to like this area in here for the long bounce. As we can see, if we remember, we just have to zoom back out. Okay, we had a little balance going on back here, right? We'll see this top of this balance. We got out of it, back tested and went. So that's why I like this 357.50 all the way to 360 area. Just have to be a trader here. Now, if 362 holds, or maybe we open above it, maybe we dip down, open above it. This holds, likely could take this back to 365. Would be looking for the reject here. Why? Because you see this is a breakdown level. Look for the reject 365, even at 368 now, or I'm sorry, 365 to 366, 365 to 366. You can see this level in here can be a breakdown area. If we reclaim 368, this thing could squeeze right back to 372. Now that is 10 points higher. Does that come tomorrow? No fucking idea. So what am I going to play tomorrow? 357.50 to 360. Watch for the bounces in this zone. Okay, if we hold 362 at the open in the first 30 minutes, likely could go back up and test 365 from there. 365, 366, looking for the reject there. Okay, unless we change, right? Unless we change the trend, right? Short at the breakdown levels, look for the bounce areas, and don't short unless we break through big supports. Okay, IWM, last one on the charts here. That's not, oh, there it is. IWM here, right? Almost down to our 185 level. Almost down to it, right? Almost down to it. So tomorrow, 184.85, we could see we had the bounce back here. Be looking at this zone to hold for longs tomorrow. Okay, or if we gap up, watch this 188 to 189 reject zone up here, right? We had a breakdown level. So watch this reject zone. Now, if we reclaim 189, this thing could squeeze right back to 192 because everybody will be trapped short under here. But you want to watch a higher low, right? You want to see a higher low or just show some sort of holding above these levels. Now, that's a lot higher. So tomorrow, watch the bounce 184 to 185. Okay, or watch this reject at 188. Reclaim 189. Bulls can mark a local bottom, send a short squeeze back to 192. Guys, that's all I got. If anything told you how to play today was just trade right at your levels. Okay, trade right at your levels. All right, guys, that is all I got for you. Got to wake up early, get your levels right, and of course, not do anything fucking stupid. We'll see you bright and early. Peace.